Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Unless you're new, then welcome. This evening we are in the kitchen to cook up a nutritious, delicious, high protein dinner for one. So I have steak, asparagus, this is 100 grams of asparagus, rosemary for the steak, butter for the steak, garlic for the steak, and the rice, basmati rice, and olive oil. The rice will take the longest to cook, so I'm going to measure out half a cup of this rice and get that in the cooker. Step number one. Now we wash our rice because we're cultured. If you don't wash your rice, I recommend washing your rice 3 times if you're really about it. See all that starch? So to spice up the rice a little bit, because rice is not very interesting, we're gonna put some garlic and lemon to make garlic lemon rice. Half a cup of water, and then like 2 tablespoons. Now I can put 2 cloves of garlic, or 3 or 4 if you're crazy. So just drop this right in. Nothing too crazy. No, this is a very simple rice cooker. It has one setting, cook. So we're gonna plug that in and get it cooking. Now, the most interesting part of the meal, the steak. So, I'm not a steak connoisseur, but I have been practicing getting better at cooking steak. So there's a few things you can do to take your steak from good to great. Number 1 is dry it before you season it. When you dry the steak, you get a better sear on the pan so that you get the crispy outside. And now we can season it, which is very simple. Salt and pepper. I also have this steak and chops seasoning. It's got coriander, yellow mustard, onion, paprika, crushed chili, oregano. And then get it in there. Flip it over. Waste no seasoning. No seasoning left behind. For cooking the steak, I recommend a cast iron skillet if you have one. If not, that's okay, but that's what I'm using today. I'm gonna get about a tablespoon of olive oil, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Then you wanna get it hot. Ripping hot. Like, before you put the steak down. Now we'll wait a little bit for that to get hot. In the meantime, we can get the garlic ready. So when the steak is almost done, I like to throw in a couple cloves of garlic with the rosemary and the butter. I like rosemary. I don't know what it is, but I like to eat it like straight up. It smells so good. So I'm gonna be generous with this. If you don't like rosemary, it's absolutely not necessary, but for me, it is. My goal with this video is to show you guys that hitting your protein goal does not have to be boring. And steak might not be the most exciting meal or the most unique meal, but there's little things you can do to make it more enjoyable and build muscle at the same time. We're just waiting for the skillet to get hot, so. Is this how you gritty? People still do that? This is not how you gritty. Oh, it's getting hot, okay. It's action time. Steak's going on the pan. It's gonna get loud, like there's gonna be oil flying. There's gonna be a little bit of smoke. In fact, we're gonna have that going. So, this is the fat cap. We're gonna sear that first because we don't want it forgotten. About 30 seconds, and then lay it flat. Press down so that all sides of the steak are cooked evenly, and then you get a nice even sear. It smells good already. About 2 to 4 minutes before we flip. We're gonna get a tablespoon of butter ready for the basting process. But I have to work fast. The steak is cooking. The steak is cooking right now. Drop it in there. The garlic. She's ready for a flip. I try to go for a rare to medium rare steak, and I can check the internal temperature. Goal temperature is between 120 and 130 Fahrenheit. So we got 5 degrees to go. So while we're waiting, should only take a couple minutes, if that. Get our rosemary in there. And then get all the brown buttery goodness and rosemary and garlic. Fuck, dude. Malfunctioning. All right, we're gonna have to just go with your heart. My heart says the steak's ready. Voila. Okay. Get these out. For the next part, we can take the heat off the pan because the pan's gonna remain hot for a while. And I have my pre-rinsed, pre-weighed 100 grams of asparagus. Boom. Extremely low maintenance veggies right here. 20 calories, 3 grams of protein, and all this volume. So again, for cooking the steak, a few things to remember. Number 1, dry it before you season. Season generously. Cook 2 to 4 minutes per side depending on how you like your steak done. Internal temperature should be between 120 and 130 degrees. Baste with butter. Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect timing, the rice is done. Another thing about the steak, you want to let it rest after it's been cooked. You don't want to immediately start cutting into it, which is perfect because basically the amount of time it would take for your asparagus or whatever vegetable you cook to cook, this will be ready to cut. Here's our rice all done. We got 2 servings here. I'll just get half of this on my plate. So here's our rice. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see just how well this steak is cooked. Oh, it's so juicy. This might be my best steak yet. Oh, wow. No, it actually is. Oh, I'm excited to eat this. I'm gonna try one piece. You ever seen Ratatouille? Go. Ooh. Bon appetit. Dinner for 1. Macros on screen. That's what gets me excited these days. High protein meals. I've been loving cooking and it's been really exciting preparing some delicious meals for myself. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something today, maybe about cooking steak, maybe about cooking in general. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.